It's got all the ingredients for high drama, scandal, cover-up allegations, and political intrigue reaching the highest office in the land. Tomorrow, the trial of Mike Duffy begins. The former Conservative senator is facing 31 charges, including breach of trust, fraud, and bribery. And the anticipation on Parliament Hill is almost palpable. The CBC's Rosemary Barton is there tonight with details of what to expect. Rosie.
David, for months now, suspended Senator Mike Duffy has wanted to tell his side of the story.
Canadians deserve answers. I want to give them answers. And eventually, hopefully not too long, they will get the answers.
The Crown's case against Mike Duffy is well known. Allegations he wrongly claimed Senate expenses for housing and activities that were actually personal and partisan, and that he took a $90,000 check to repay those expenses from the Prime Minister's former Chief of Staff, Nigel Wright. He is also charged with awarding Senate-paid contracts to a friend for little or no work.
Investigators followed numerous leads, and today's charges are the result of a careful examination of all the facts.
Some of those facts and emails have yet to be made public, and the Crown has subpoenaed several dozen witnesses to build its case. In a somewhat unusual move, it is expected Duffy's lawyer, Donald Bain, will make an opening statement likely tomorrow to start to tell Duffy's side of the story.
They're going to try and deflect attention away from the expenses and from the allegations by raising all sorts of other allegations, probably against the Prime Minister's office.
The defense will also try to chip away at the reputation of Nigel Wright, who is expected to be one of the last witnesses. And the trial will probably finally answer why Duffy was charged with bribery and not Wright.
From a law-related standpoint, it is extremely odd that the person who wrote the check is not charged.
The initial days of the trial will be spent setting out the rules around what senators were allowed to expense and what Duffy allegedly did wrong, which ultimately led to the weeks of political damage control inside the Prime Minister's office. At one point, Nigel Wright wrote an email saying he was looking to circle the wagons and stop our public agony. The trial will give an inside look at how the Prime Minister's office operates and why it worked so hard to try to contain the fallout from Duffy. In this election year, the opposition parties will be watching closely too for any opportunity to attack the government. The Conservatives for ways to distance themselves from a senator who was once a huge draw for the party. David.
Thanks very much, Rosie. That is Rosemary Barton on Parliament Hill tonight.